welcome to an interesting segment today in our Clinilaunch Knowledge Pod, where I'll be talking about what is a placebo and what are its effects in clinical trials. Since today's topic is so interesting, I want to start with our childhood days. I'm sure all of you must have had those days where you're playing, you fell down suddenly and you ran to your mom. You got a scratch on your knee. So what did mom do? She just applied some oil or some sort of solution and said, "It's okay, your pain is gone now." And in a minute, you're back to playing. So tell me what really happened here. Is it the oil which vanished the pain? Or your belief that your mom applied some medicine and you're going to be fine? So this is the power of our brain believing that oil is taking the pain away because mom said so. In medical terms, it's called a placebo effect. In today's segment, we are going to tell you more about what is a placebo and its uses in clinical trials. It's one of my favorite topics, and I'm sure once you know more about it, you will like it too. So why delay? Let's dive in. First, let me tell you what a placebo is. By the example, you all would be able to take a guess. And you're right. In common terms, placebo is not a real medicine. And there are many nicknames given to it, like a sugar pill, dummy drug, fake medicine, etc., based on the purpose it is used. By definition, placebo is an inactive ingredient or a treatment, meaning any drug you take, for example, Dolo 650, paracetamol is the active ingredient in it. Any painkillers will have either ibuprofen, aspirin, paracetamol, etc. So there is an active substance or a chemical which is present in the drug which treats the illness. In placebo, there is no active ingredient which can cause physiological or neurological effect. Now, you might be thinking, if it doesn't have any real medicine, then why it is used, right? That's the fascinating story of a placebo. Please note, when I say placebo, it's not only a pill or a capsule. Placebo can also be administered in the form of an injection, cream, ointment, and very interestingly, a surgery called sham surgery. Imagine you're undergoing a knee surgery. The doctor makes an incision, but he doesn't fix anything or remove anything. But you believe the surgery was done. That's a placebo. So what really happened here? After the administration of a placebo, participants show improvement in their symptoms and conditions and starts feeling better. Remember, when mom applied oil onto your knee, your pain went away. Same way, if for example a placebo is given to a patient with anxiety and depression, the patient will start thinking the medicine will help him or her and starts feeling better. That's the placebo effect. Our brain positively believed that the medicines will help, and that's what happened. Now I have a question for you. We are talking about the positive placebo effects. Do you think there can be negative effects that caused by the placebo? And the answer is yes. It's called a nocebo. It's for you to find out what's a nocebo effect. Alright, let's come back to our placebo. Now let's see how and why it is used in clinical trials. Here I am the doctor and I am conducting a study on a new pill, and the pill, let's say it's for headache. I take 8 participants and I divide them randomly into 2 groups. Random means there is no specific criteria to divide them. Now I have 2 groups, one experimental group and one control group. I give the real medicine to the experimental group and a placebo or a dummy drug to the control group. But the trick here is, even I don't know who received the real medicine, and even the participants don't know whether they received the real medicine or the placebo. This is called double blinding in clinical trials. That means the vehicle which is used to administer the drug, for example, the injection syringe, the vials or the capsules, looks the same. This is done to neutralize the bias in clinical trials. That means, for example, if the patient knows he received a placebo and not a real medicine, he might behave differently. And I, as a doctor, if I know this group has received the real medicine, then the nature and detail of my examination may vary because my trial depends on the result of cause and effect. But the senior researcher will know who received the real medicine and which is the control group who received the placebo. But other than this, all the parameters of my study remain the same. The same room, the same temperature, and the same instructions. After 6 months, I got my results. The experimental group showed the pain symptoms were noticeably reduced in some people, but not much in others. Here comes my placebo-controlled group, which also showed improvement in the condition. With this, I can make my decision if my medicine is actually relieving the pain or is it the belief of the patient that is reducing the pain. Here, placebo worked merely on the psychological conditioning of the brain because it knows it received the medicine, so it started anticipating the results and conditioned itself in believing the pain will go away with the medicine. It also depends on your relationship with the doctor, how nicely he spoke to you and he said, you take this pill and your pain will go away. Some neurological changes were also observed in the brain. To conclude, placebo effect really shows the wonders it can do to you and in clinical trials. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video, comment below and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.